this morning. I look forward to answering your questions.
Thank you very much, General Hawk. I have a series of questions which are presented to all nominees. Please respond accordingly. Have you adhered to applicable laws and regulations governing conflicts of interest?
Yes, Chairman.
Have you assumed any duties or taken any actions that would appear to presume the outcome of this confirmation process?
No, Chairman.
Exercising our legislative and oversight responsibilities makes it important that this committee, its subcommittees, and other appropriate committees of Congress receive testimony, briefings, reports, records, and other information from the executive branch on a timely basis. Do you agree, if confirmed, to appear and testify before this committee when requested?
Yes, Chairman.
Do you agree, when asked before this committee, to give your personal views, even if your views differ from the administration?
Yes, Chairman.
Do you agree to provide records, documents, and electronic communications in a timely manner when requested by this committee, its subcommittees, or other appropriate committees of Congress, and to consult with the requester regarding the basis for any good faith delay or denial in providing such records?
Yes, Chairman.
Will you ensure that your staff complies with deadlines established by this committee for the production of reports, records, and other information, including timely responding to hearing questions for the record?
Yes, Chairman.
Will you cooperate in providing witnesses and briefers in response to congressional requests?
Yes, Chairman.
Will those witnesses and briefers be protected from reprisal for their testimony or briefings?
Yes, Chairman.
Thank you very much, General. As we both mentioned, Senator Wicker and I, one of the issues that you've addressed also is the cyber mission forces and their readiness. This is, I believe, General Nakasoni's #1 challenge at this moment, and it'll be yours. Where do you see this in terms of your priorities? I assume it's very close to the top. And second, these forces are composed by members from the other services. And how do you coordinate so that these people come ready and willing to serve and to function?
Senator, from a cyber readiness perspective, this is the top issue for Cyber Command. We just recently, in response to a request from Congress, submitted a report for Section 1502 that identified the Cyber Command assessment of readiness. And what that report says is we view FY24 and the overall passing of both the NDAA and the appropriations bill as a critical moment that now aligns the responsibilities and authorities within U.S. Cyber Command analogous to those of U.S. Special Operations Command. So with the passing of the FY24 appropriations bill, U.S. Cyber Command will now have the responsibility for the Cyber Mission Force budget, will have the responsibility for the acquisition of the capabilities for our Cyber Mission Force, and have the authority to set the training standards. So with those authorities, it allows Cyber Command to set the investment in our training infrastructure, in our training courses, and allows the services to focus on recruiting, initial skills training aligned to our standard, and then to leverage the retention capabilities that Congress has given to the services. So those are areas now that really change the dynamic of how we will approach cyber readiness if confirmed.
Thank you, General. General, I also mentioned in my opening remarks Section 702 of FISA, and could you comment on the importance of extending that? It will expire at the end of this year, and also the guardrails that are in place to protect the privacy of citizens in the United States.
Senator, Section 702 is an irreplaceable foreign intelligence authority. It enables the intelligence community to collect against foreign persons overseas. It is a critical authority, and as I think of it in my current role as U.S. Cyber Command, the ability to identify foreign hacking of activities in the United States, whether that be U.S. companies or individuals, it's a critical source to be able to do that. Section 702 supports 100% of the President's intelligence priorities. In some way, it reflects either in the answer or informs that question. In terms of how we ensure oversight, first and foremost, in my experience in working with the national security agencies throughout my career, is a culture of compliance. The National Security Agency and all of the employees are focused on how to protect their fellow Americans, and that includes their civil liberties. So that inside of Section 702 is a rigorous set of oversight, both through personal accountability as well as technical accountability to ensure that the authority is used appropriately for its intended purpose for foreign persons overseas.
Thank you. I also, in my comments, referred to the Dunford report regarding the status of the NSA director and commander of Cybercom. I assume you concur with the results of that report, and I think it establishes a very good sort of framework to continue the dual hatting. Your comments?
Senator, I do support the results of General Dunford's study that was accepted by both the Secretary and the Director of National Intelligence. What it reflects is really a maturation of U.S. Cyber Command, and that relationship and operational partnership with the National Security Agency being in the best interests of the nation. What it allows is in reality, the signals intelligence and the cyber environments are overlapping. So having a single leader with the ability to align the capabilities of NSA and Cyber Command gives us greater speed and agility. It also allows us to, at the beginning of planning, be very considerate of how do we protect intelligence sources while still being able to position to produce the outcomes the nation needs us to have.
Oh, thank you very much, General Hawk. Before I recognize Senator Wicker, since a quorum is now present, I ask the committee to consider a list of 2,699 pending military nominations. Including in this list are the nominations of General Charles Q. Brown, Jr., United States Air Force, to be Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and General Randy A. George, United States Army, to be to the grade of General and to be Chief of Staff of the Army. All of these nominations have been before the committee the required length of time. Is there a motion to favorably report this list?
Mr. Chairman, I so move.
Is there a second? All in favor, say aye. Aye. The motion carries. Senator Wicker.